Don't got to write an ending if you just turn the volume down.
As you always say, it's true.
And that's why it's a great song.
Incredible.
It just decides it's over.
Hi, welcome to Best Song Ever, Greatest Song of All Time. I'm Daniel Alvaritas.
I'm Graham Byrne.
This is a ongoing conversation where we attempt to just whittle slowly, surely, and confidently at the question of what is the best song ever, greatest song of all time. It's not a competition. It's just a conversation.
It's ongoing.
It's ongoing.
We're all part of one big conversation that began many moons ago.
Ain't that the
6,000 years ago.
Exactly. I have a question for you before you ask me the question.
Yeah, what's up, dog?
For me
Yeah.
I think recently, it was Kel Kripe who commented on how quickly you just went into doing it from because full disclosure, we're here and we're bantering and we're just we're preheating the oven and chatting.
Yeah.
And then
preheating the oven for sure.
and then you recently have gone into the middle of basically in the middle of a sentence just started.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
I think it's fun too. Do you feel like you've consciously started to do that more since it was called out?
No,
or that was like
it was something I started to do. Kel talked about it, and I started to do it because I think it's fun to see everybody go, oh shit, we're
it
starting.
is really fun.
Yeah, it's
but
like
I'm so
you never
interested
know
in how
when it's gonna
behavior
happen.
is like observed and then reinforced by the observation.
No, Kel called it out when I started to sort of get into it, because also
Yeah.
it's so much better than being like, okay, cool, so here's how the show's gonna go.
Which, by the way, we could stand to do more.
Yeah, we could.
I don't
We
think
probably
we've
could.
ever really given someone a rundown.
You're sitting here. You're
Whatever.
afraid. You're afraid to chime in because you don't even know if you're supposed to talk. And
I don't
this
give
is
a
something
fuck.
we've been
But that's
talking
part of the
about.
fun. That's the
That is part
randomness
of
of
the
it
fun.
all.
Yeah.
Daniel, I'm gonna ask you first. What's best song ever, greatest song of all time?
BAILE INoLVIDABLE by Bad Bunny.
Cool.
Absolutely fucks unbelievably hard. It's like a 6-minute salsa opus off of the new, quote unquote new, from last year.
Yeah.
Debí tirar más fotos.
Yeah.
Unreal. So fucking good. Fully, one of the things that I think is so impressive about the way that this guy has approached superstardom is the steadfast refusal to compromise really any aspect of his artistic creation for mass consumption, and yet it is consumed massively regardless. And I mean, not even regardless, actually, because of that steadfast refusal. This song specifically is 6 minutes with a 1.5 or 2 minute long synth intro where he's singing over this really beautiful massive synthesizer, and then these amazing horns come in, and then there's this suck out, and you expect it to drop because that's what we're accustomed to. Right. And instead it's just a straight up salsa beat.
Hell
and
yeah.
I don't know if you listen to a lot of salsa music, there's no kick drum, there's no snare drum, it's not a 808 sub, it's not a fun take on a salsa thing. It's just a straight up fucking salsa song.
Yeah.
And he basically made just a new salsa standard by making a new salsa song. It's like when I first heard D'Angelo's Sugar Daddy, I realized that he had just made a new jazz standard where I was like, oh, people are gonna just be playing this out now. And this is kind of how I feel listening to this song. It's unbelievably fun. Unbelievably fun. It's such a defiantly good time. And yet it's not that way because of our preconceptions of even how a mix should sound or what we need when a song drops or whatever. It's there's no moment where it's the Skrillex bass drop or anything. It's totally, it's just a fucking good salsa song. And that's so cool.
Yeah.
And also goes with so many salsa songs, this tradition of salsa music where there is a really long intro of a guy kind of talking in Cuban Spanish over it, and it's wah 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 wah, and you're just hanging out and you're waiting for it, and then the horns come in. It's very much a salsa song. Anyways, Graham, what's the best song ever, greatest song of all time?
I'm also gonna go with a foreign language choice.
Oh, love it. Good theme.
But throwing it back in time.
Good theme. You got that?
Yeah, good. I think I'm
got
gonna
that?
carry
You got
that ahead.
Adjust.
Yeah.
Not to assume that your choice was in English, but I mean, look at you.
Look what you're wearing.
Bim Bom by João Gilberto.
Oh, hell yeah.
Gilberto, I
Yeah.
guess. It was big on TikTok a few years ago.
Nice.
It's a very good song, and it's just very catchy. It gets you shaking your hips and it gets you going. And you probably recognize that it just goes bim bum bim bim bum bim bum bim bim bum bim bum ba-dum ba-dum bum. People are using
I
it
like what you're doing.
Yeah.
as an audio transitionally all the time.
Yeah.
But it's There's beautiful orchestrations in it.
Well, that guy was a master.
Yeah.
Total master.
It's so lovely.
also like one of the reasons we have like bossa nova music. Like
I
period.
love bossa nova music.
Yeah.
Our guest today has started several genres in his own right.
That's what they call me.
He is
Genre starter.
a writer, actor, director, host of the podcast Elevator Pitch, my former roommate, all around good guy.
Oh.
Guys, Will Peters is in the conversation today.
Hey, it's good to be here. What if I just was like, yeah, my song is like "Happy" by Pharrell. After you guys did that,
We would
could
have
do
to.
it.
We would have to.
We-
Hey man,
we
we'd
would
all
have to
we'd all
engage.
listen to that song and we
Yeah,
go.
it is
I
funny that we
suppose.
are
Yeah.
beholden to you.
Yeah,
well,
yeah. We have to.
I have
it would
real
be-
power here.
Like I know you very well.
Yeah.
But like in terms of like I have like one guess based off of a shared musical like that we
Sure.
like that I'm like maybe it's from her.
Yeah.
But I would be surprised if that was the pick necessarily.
Well, it's fun. Are you referencing Lizzie McAlpine?
Sure am.
She is not my selection.
Yes.
But I must note on record that 3 days ago, I dreamed that we did the podcast.
Whoa.
I was
Conversation.
dreaming we were having, like, we
Yeah.
were in recording.
Not a
Yeah.
podcast.
And
Not a podcast, it's a conversation. But
right,
yes.
obviously not a podcast, but it's a conversation. But we were chatting, we could call it,
Yeah.
in my dream, and like it like pressed record, and you were like, okay, so Will is here to talk about Doomsday by Lizzie McAlpine. and that's not my selection. But I love that song.
Yeah.
And in the dream, I like went along with it for like 20 minutes.
Oh my
And then I was
God.
like, actually that wasn't my choice, but I am happy to
Good for
continue.
you that
yeah.
you stood up for yourself.
Yeah, well, I tried.
That's
you
a
know.
great song.
I'd love to talk about that for days, but
She's
it
great.
isn't the greatest song.
No, it's not.
for me.
What have you brought to our play date?
You guys ready for this?
I'm so ready.
Okay. The song I have for you today is, and it's in a big movie right now. It's "Everybody Wants to Rule the World" by Tears for Fears.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Great.
Soldier Boy crank that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Banger.
It's a banger.
Don't got to write an ending if you just turn the volume down.
As you always say, it's true.
And that's why it's a great song.
Incredible.
It just decides it's over.
They just decided he's shredding. They go, we don't need that. Turn it down. Turn it down.
We're done.
Tell us about your experience with this song, man. What's
This song has always been like, if even back to elementary school, if they ask you like what's your favorite song, it's always been this song.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Tears for Fears has always been my favorite band. This song is like totally timeless for me, where it's like every time I hear it, I'm like, wow, this song is still so good. It's never lost any of the excitement of like the first time I heard it, where I
Yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
oh, this song rocks.
You played this at your wedding, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was like,
Oh yeah.
Oh, they ripped it. And I love this whole album, but this song specifically, obviously, it's like it's the peak of this album. It's the peak of their entire career. It's just an incredible pop song, and it's an incredible 80s song, and also it is so different than so many pop songs and so many 80s songs that to me it's just totally timeless in an incredible way. And it's always cool, like it somehow still feels very personal to me, even though it has like 2 billion plays on Spotify. So
Sure.
it's like whenever I hear it in public, I'm like, oh yeah, cool. People are hearing it. I'm glad they get,
Good.
I'm glad they get to
they're
hear
getting
this.
out, yeah.
I'm like they know this song. It's
Yeah.
extremely famous.
Well, but it also is that thing where it's like this is one of those songs, as many of these are, which is like we've always had this. Like
Yeah.
this is always.
We've just always had
I
this.
never heard this song for the first time.
Yeah.
This, you know,
Yeah.
this
That's
song's always
what Soak Up the Sun
been
was. We
around.
literally
Yeah.
just did
Yeah.
Soak Up the Sun, and it was
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah.
You don't remember the first time you heard Soak Up the
It
Sun.
just was there.
Another weird parallel to Soak Up the Sun in this song of all for freedom, all for pleasure, nothing ever lasts forever. Kind of the theme of Soak Up the Sun as well.
Yeah, a little optimistic nihilism for you.
Wild.
Yeah.
But the point being that some of those songs that are just kind of around, people
Yeah.
aren't thinking about them.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, so that was actually my experience with listening to it just now. Was I really tried to like give it like the academic like first time like I'm trying to ignore the Marty Supreme context. I'm trying to ignore every time I've heard it in a commercial or in a movie or whatever. And I mean, again, yeah, it's like you live your life with this song having extra context. So it's not easy to hear it as a thing that people made, and all of these are decisions people made.
Yeah, totally.
And I was listening to it, and I was like really struck by like how weird the fucking form is. It's really crazy. All the like production decisions are insane. The mix is really good, and the instrumental hooks again are fucking buku bananas. Absolutely, just the core of the song. When you hear the, it's iconic as hell,
So good.
and it's really good outside of how famous the song is.
Yeah.
It's all really good outside of this song being a massive song.
Yeah.
And I think that that's like something I was like, I was trying to be like, okay, listen to this like you've never heard it before. And I was still like, fuck, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
I was also like trying to see like, does it have a chorus? It kind of feels like everything, like even the like for freedom.
It does all kind of blend together.
Yeah.
In a
It
really
feels like there's like a
interesting way.
pre-chorus, more like rising action.
Yeah.
And then like that doesn't feel. There's never like a landing where you got there unless it's everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah.
And on that one, you got you got the instrumental thing that feels like you finally landed home.
Also feels like it has 7 bridges.
Yeah. Yeah, there's again, the form is fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But like it's really interesting that like one of the biggest songs of all time, let alone one of like the biggest songs of its era.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't really seem like it has like a concrete chorus so much as it does just like a pre and a tag. Like it doesn't feel like there's not like don't stop.
Yeah.
You know, there's
Yeah,
not like there isn't this one moment where everybody's like found it. Or even, I mean, like Dancing on My Own, right? There's no like big explosion of like, we're doing, I'm in the corner. There's no one, there's no downbeat where you've got it. Unless it's the instrumental part, which I just thought was also really interesting. It's like a pretty like beautiful and like intricate form. The fact that it all works and works as well as it does is like very impressive.
Yeah.
Well, just outside of the production too, this song's always been around. The moment this song became like a big part of my life was last Valentine's Day. I was at one of my favorite bars with a bunch of my friends. I was like, single people come to this bar. While we're at the bar, we're like hanging out in the back room of the bar. This folk band comes in and they're like, hey, we just finished a gig and we want to play a little bit more. You guys mind if we just like play while we're here? And we're like, yeah, you can do that.
That's
Let's
great.
hang out. And they go, we're called Guest House. Shout out Guest House. Go, we're called Guest House because we like to have people guest sing with us. Does anybody want to do live karaoke?
Oh,
And my friend Daryl, who's not the most ostentatious fellow, he's not like he's a stand-up comedian, but he's not like a it's all about me guy. Goes, I'll do it. Daryl gets up and karaoke's Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Awesome.
And that was probably the first time I like cleanly heard the lyrics for that. And everybody just in the back of this bar jumping up and down. I remember him dancing to All for Freedom.
Yeah.
And you're like, and everybody's like building and jumping
Yeah.
off of that. And I was like, this is like a transcendent experience.
That's so beautiful.
And that's outside of the fact that like the production and the piano parts are great.
Yeah.
Because like, these are like 3 instruments, a very bare bones version
The
of
fact
it.
that
but
it works stripped
it had
down
the
like that.
juice like crazy.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it's a really good song. Also, who knows all the words to this song? That's
Daryl
fucking
Goss,
crazy. There's
man.
so many goddamn words
Daryl
to this
Goss
song.
Jr. Yeah.
It's a real winner. It's so good. I distinctly like my first. It may not have been the first time I heard it, but my dad owned like a few before there was really YouTube. You could buy DVD collections of music videos
For sure.
and he had the Tears for Fears music video DVD,
No way.
and I distinctly remember like every frame of this music video.
Yeah.
And I would seek out the DVD to be like, tonight I'm watching that one. I'm putting that one on.
Hell yeah.
And like the whole like that music video is so great with the song too. Like it's just such a great vibe, and that whole album, Songs from the Big Chair, is just it's. I mean,
What a good title.
it's. I mean,
Yeah, it's a great title.
A real thinker. And it's 8 tracks. They're all great. And there's 3 huge hits on that album.
Is Shout on
Shout
that?
is
Yeah.
the opening track,
Yeah.
which is a killer opening track. Head Over Heels is the second to last song, and then Everybody Wants to Rule the World is like right there in the middle.
Yeah.
And that's kind of your bones, but then in between them, like Mother's Talk is such a good song. I Believe is like has incredible sax. They're just blowing that thing. It's great. And then the closing song of this album is Listen, which is a 6.5-minute song, and it's kind of just like rhythmic chanting. There's only like 14 words, and then they just start like, it's a lot of instruments, just like different synth sounds. Whoa. And then they just get into like chanting. It's unbelievable. Like it's an incredible closing song that like I never hear people talk about, because you can't be like, oh, I love that part in Listen where they just like are playing something for 3 minutes.
Listen by who?
Yeah.
Tears for Fears. The Everybody Wants to Rule the World guys.
Yeah, those
they
guys.
have other songs.
Yeah, and that is kind of one of their. It's incredible that this is their second album. Their first album, The Hurting, is a really, really great album. There's some. I mean, Mad World is on that album. Stuff for the Children, and there's Changes on that album, which is the opening track in Marty Supreme. So they Tears for Fears bookend that movie. And then after this album, they only have one more album where it's the two guys, Kurt Smith,
Tear and Fear.
Tear and Fear.
Yeah.
And then Kurt Smith leaves the band and doesn't come back until 2004. And so second man, Roland Orzabal.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
He has like
Kurt Smith and Roland Orzabal.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
There
are two genders.
Yeah, there truly are. He has two albums that are still under the name Tears for Fears in the 90s that are just so they're truly like 90s like alt rock albums.
Yeah.
And when you listen to it, they're not bad. It's just like it's so not this sound. Mm-hmm. And they never have, after this album, they never have this sound again.
Yeah.
And this sound is on the first album. They make this album, it's a huge hit.
Yeah.
And then they kind of don't ever do this again.
Just a moment in time.
And yeah, and that was it. That was really it. They do still tour. They do make music now. They've had 2 albums in the last like 5 years, and they're both okay.
It's really interesting that like the sound that has like defined this band's legacy is not this band's sound.
No,
it's actually like majority not this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And yet this is like, I mean, not only is this like the sound that defined a band's legacy, but it's also like part of the sound that defines like a decade.
Yeah, totally.
But I always think that's like so interesting that it's like their like sonic grammar was like so coherent on this record, where you're like, yeah, that's like one thing. That is like one thesis statement for how music can sound. And then it's so concrete and like so clear that's like, oh yeah, that's Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
And it's just fully not.
It's not.
It's fully not even remotely. Which I mean, like, I'm sure like Kevin Parker probably feels about Tame Impala too, where it's like, that like isn't his thing. That's like one album, but like,
Sure.
There's
I mean,
if that's what you think it is, why not?
For so many people.
100%. But then you have someone like the Beatles, which like don't really have like a single moment like that in their discography.
Yeah.
That, like in a discography of changing a lot. Like, I'm not sure like Radiohead or the Beatles or, Taylor Swift even really like has
what I think
like
is
a
cool
single sound
about
to
those
define
types
her.
of people. I feel this way about the Beatles and about Taylor Swift. I don't know about Radiohead like that, but like that they don't. But also, if you hear a song, you go, "That's a Beatles song."
Yeah, for sure.
Or you go, "Oh, that's a Taylor Swift song."
For sure.
Yeah.
Which I also
know.
actually don't know that I would think about Tears for Fears.
Oh,
No.
Like, I don't think
No.
I would hear one of the songs from the 90s
Which
and
is
be
crazy.
like,
'Cause,
surely
like,
this is Tears for
what are
Fears.
the 4
no.
biggest musical acts of the last 100 years? The Beatles, Taylor Swift, Radiohead, Tears for Fears.
Tears for Fears.
So it's kind of surprising in that
it's
way.
surprising that Tears for
Four
Fears
Horsemen.
would.
Yeah,
The Four
exactly.
Horsemen.
Yeah.
Tears for Fears, absolutely, without a doubt, one of them.
Yeah.
The Four Horsemen and Tears for Fears is Woody Harrelson.
I just laugh. Yeah, it's really interesting because like this is like the one Tears for Fears album that I like have as like a vinyl record.
Yeah.
Because of course, if you're gonna do
It's
one,
great.
that's the only
You
one
should
would
buy
have.
this one. Yeah.
And it runs down so completely, and it's so nice having like this song be the spine of the whole thing.
Yeah.
In the center, like track like track 4.
Yeah.
Like it's like that beautiful middle space where it like holds the whole bitch down.
Yeah.
And you get to have this moment where you're like, oh, cool, that's like what this whole journey's been about.
Yeah.
But it's not the first song and it's not the last song. It's just like somewhere
It's
in the
crazy
middle.
because it does
Right in
feel
the
like
middle.
such a last song. It's
Yeah, it takes real balls to put that just
let's
in the
do
middle
Marty
of the
Supreme
record.
Corner.
Yeah.
Sub show. Let's do Marty Supreme Corner.
Yeah.
Welcome to an episode of Film Corner with Will and Daniel.
Yeah.
It's a perfect ending for that movie.
It's a perfect ending for the movie. I will say I was a little surprised that he would put so much effort into doing a 50s period piece and have 80s music soundtrack it. It was just
awesome,
crazy.
though.
It's a
Yeah.
crazy. I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
It's just like you spent so much time trying to immerse me in the world of the 50s.
Yeah.
And of like 1950s New York, he was like, we're shooting in New York because God damn it, like I'm not gonna fake this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's like, everybody wants to rule the world.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a nuts choice.
Yeah, well, he wasn't trying to create like a. It didn't. His MO seemingly is not to create like an immersive experience.
That is what
necessarily.
that's what he's talking about. He's like,
visually, yeah.
yeah.
But he's also, trying more than anything. He's trying to create a feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And so, like, why not use all your powers?
Yeah. And it tracks with the score too.
Yeah, exactly.
It was
does.
Just, it was just a wild choice.
It's
for me.
such a perfect needle drop.
It is, yeah. And Daniel Lopatin,
Yeah.
and I love his score as well, and his synth work is
Yeah.
always really cool.
Yeah.
and it is a great, and Safdie had made this kind of connection where they feel so separate, but the 80s for so many people was like this, not like in its sound or its feel, but was this like attempt to try and like recreate like honestly the 50s.
Yeah.
Where it's like the biggest movie of that decade is Back to the Future. where it's like,
Exactly.
we're going
Whoa.
back to
Exactly.
the, and
Yes.
That's
so much
really interesting.
so much of like
It's a
American
very
politics.
similar
Yeah.
cultural time. Yeah.
Reagan's like, we go back to when I was an actor, and we do what I'd say now, and everybody's like, and like so many people were like,
Yeah.
yes, and then there are a lot of people, and that's
It's a very yuppie time.
totally, and that's what I love about like with Tears for Fears and this album too, where it's like there's so much in their lyricism that's like there's this real darkness to their lyrics. But it's played with like, oh, it's pop, like you'll love the
Yeah.
sound of this, but really read these lyrics. Like
Yeah.
they're like there's a lot of shit going on right now.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the vibe of the 80s in so many ways, where it's like everybody's like, everything's great, right? Right?
Right?
Is there a lot of
Hey, real
bad
quick,
stuff? Yeah.
right?
right?
But
surely this is cool now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's that, I think it's such a bold choice. And then to be in a movie that comes out in 2025,
Yeah.
that takes place in the 50s,
Yeah.
to have an 80s score and
Yeah, it's
sound
really
with
beautiful.
80s needle drop, such a cool
It's so great.
blend of
It's
just
what great
yeah.
filmmaking is and should be, which is like trying to tap into like something subconscious and cultural and emotional and utilize that to the top of a power. And it's about like attuning those feelings.
Listen, I was actually unsure about like where I stood on the choice, and now I've like totally been converted.
Hell
like,
yeah.
like after this, I'm like, yeah,
Hell
no, wait,
yeah.
100%. That
It's
is what
so
filmmaking
good.
is for.
Yeah.
And it is like also like, okay, yeah, I'm on your fucking team now. This is sick as hell. I also really like the idea of using your soundtrack and your score. Einstein said, shot A plus shot B equals thought C. Which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I think that doing that with the score is a crazy choice. Doing that
Yeah.
with the soundtrack is a crazy
Yeah.
choice. I'm
Yeah.
going to give you
Use it all.
thought C
Yeah.
because we have like element A and element B
Yeah.
together here. Here's 80s music on top of deeply immersive 50s. And we're going to toss this 80s, and you're going to get now thought C because of that,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
It's very, very
incredible.
cool.
Yeah.
That's what film is.
Yeah,
That's like
totally.
what the medium is for.
Absolutely. This blend of all these elements coming together, and then to create one thing that you can watch and hear there on the screen.
Yeah.
But then it develops so many thoughts and conversations that you can have afterwards, and
It's
that
also-
is at its peak. What
It's also
film
just
is
like
about.
a perfect choice for a needle drop of like, okay, everybody wants to rule the world. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
First line, welcome to your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yup.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
Boom.
And like I
Easy.
I also love the boldness. I will also say One Battle After Another did this really well of doing American Girl.
I loved it.
And this sort of like, fuck you, yeah, this is like an eye roll. Like, fuck you, yeah, you know this song. Okay, cool. It's not like the indie pick, like whatever. It's
beautiful.
The perfect,
Yeah.
fuck you, beautiful. This is, this has 2 billion streams on Spotify. I'm not showcasing my taste in this moment. What I'm showcasing is this emotion.
Yeah.
I want you to have this, and I want to recontextualize it.
But to the fundamental premise of this conversation, why isn't Taste acknowledging that those things are
those
great?
things are really
totally.
great.
Like, this song
American
works.
Girl's the best.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Yeah, and One Battle After Another, like I like got into an argument with my friend who like didn't like that needle drop at the end, and I was like, I actually feel like not only is it not gratuitous, I actually think like it's such an important recontextualization of that song. I'll never think about that song again without thinking about like a young mixed girl who's like a radical leftist.
She was an
who's
American girl
yeah.
raised on promises.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, that's like, it's such an amazing use of that thing. And I think everybody wants to rule the world at the end of Marty Supreme. Well, I don't think Marty Supreme necessarily like will do for me in the future what One Battle After Another did for me. I will say that needle drop at the end is important context forever now.
Yeah.
For that song.
What a great sonic moment too. I love the way the song starts with just that drum kick, the boom boom boom.
Yeah.
You're right into it.
That like the like the quick like
The quick key thing before the guitar
is such a
really
cool little
fascinating.
trick, and it's like and it's the kind of thing that with the song it's an immediate hook, but it's such an unusual choice where it's like when you hear that you're like, oh, everyone in the world is playing right now, even though they're not going to start actually singing for like 25-30 seconds, but just those you're like,
I will actually
rocks.
also the other interesting thing about that is because without the drums in there, the groove of the song feels totally different. They play like a really fun trick on you with like where you think the groove and like the one is with the guitar part just alone being in there, and then the drums come in and you go, oh, now we've landed.
Yeah,
And it's this like really interesting thing where like you're kind of like off center and you don't even know it before the drums get there. But it's like a really confident intro.
It's just such a fascinating turn for a band that like we've come to know them basically by this song. This whole album is like so confident, and so, you know, just 8 tracks, and it's like each one is different in so many ways, and you know, like the Shout is over 6 minutes, Listen is over 6 minutes, and some of the songs are truly like far more instrumental than like either of them, who they both have wonderful voices, but like where they're just like we don't need to constantly be capturing your attention with our singing, because we're really playing around in here, like we've got stuff to show you. And they're so bold to make this album here as their second album, and that they never lose that element as a band. Like their next album, Seeds of Love, is the first song is the opening track, and it's, you know, it was 4 or 5 years later, and they spent so much more money producing this album, this follow up, and the first track is like a 7-minute R&B gospel song, basically. Like the first 2 tracks, or it's like 14 minutes of that.
That's crazy.
And it's like, what is this? What? And it's really good.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, and you're like, oh yeah, these guys are just like, and that's why like they never have another sound like this, because they're always like, we're trying shit out, and they really try shit out on Seeds of Love, and some of it for me is more successful than other parts of it. But
isn't that so fucking sick that like it's basically, this is not a testament to that one time like they like weren't trying stuff out. This is a testament to we were still trying stuff out, and like this happened to hit.
Yeah.
But like it's over the course of an entire career of trying stuff out.
Yeah.
And that like this is by no means like anomalous within that. And I think that's like such it's a really good lesson. It's like a really beautiful mindset to have like as an artist.
yeah.
I think it's so interesting when people do stuff like that. Like I was in like middle school and early high school such a huge fan of the Black Keys. Like the back-to-back punch of like
Brothers in El Camino. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
And so I was like really excited for Turn Blue.
Yeah.
And then Turn Blue starts with Weight of Love, which is like that like
9-minute long psych rock.
Yeah, exactly. And
it's fucking awesome.
It starts so quiet too. It starts like it's like now, and you're like, what the fuck am I listening
Yeah.
to?
Yeah.
And like as a 14-year-old, it really pissed me off.
But then you realize Turn Blue's their 13th album, and they just
Yeah.
happen to like hit on
Of
Brothers,
course.
right? Like they're like,
Of
oh, you've
cour-
been doing this for so long. The one that I like isn't necessarily
No,
like,
exactly. And by all means, like now I'm like, yeah, try some shit.
Yeah, Turn Blue
Do
slaps.
some stuff.
Yeah.
It's
Turn Blue
great.
totally slaps.
Turn Blue's great. Turn Blue has my favorite song of theirs, which is "Gotta Get Away."
Gotta Get Away would be your favorite song off Turn Blue. Hey, by the way, the one song that doesn't fit on that record for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great though.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
Take me back, man. Take me back. To
Take me
Turning
back.
Blue.
Take me back.
brother. I saw the Black Keys with Cage the Elephant opening
Whoa.
in like 20 at the United Center in Chicago.
Oh, nice.
In like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, that's
What-
post El Camino. I saw
What a rush!
I saw Brothers. I saw them do Brothers at the Aragon Ballroom,
That's sick.
which is really fucking crazy. Me and Ella Jacobs went. It's great. Shout out Ella Jacobs.
Shout out Al Jacobs.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
All right. Any final thoughts on why this song is the best song ever, greatest song of all time?
The one final thing I will say about it is to shout out to somebody whose music I like, but to shout out Lord, who covers this song, and the song
She does?
She,
Yeah,
she
it's
did
super
for
good.
the Hunger Games,
Yeah.
I think.
Whoa.
And it was kind of like it did really, really well, and that's early Lord
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
well. And people really liked it, and I remember just hearing that and thinking like it's in line with her sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, this is too easy to me of a way to do this song, because
Yeah.
that's why I think this Tears for Fears version
take.
works so well.
Very
Yeah.
good take.
Is because it's so bubbly. The pop element of it is so strong, and you can have an incredible dance
Yeah.
to all by yourself to this song.
Totally.
And then you're like, oh, that was actually a really impactful lyricism too. Like, so
Yeah.
you can have the highs and the lows.
Yeah.
Whereas Lord comes in and she's like, I want you to be so fucking sad. Yeah. I want you to feel this song. And you're like, I mean, yeah, yes. And it does work for that.
Yeah.
Like the lyrics are there to be had like that. But that's why I remember when that came out, and then suddenly like every trailer was like, what if we had like a really slow song?
What a
Yeah.
function of movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That
What
SNL
if we
sketch.
did Yellow Brick Road but dramatic?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like nah, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's. I think the songs, like
a haunting rendition of make your own kind of music?
yeah, it's just like yeah, this is good. But I think that this song, it stands the test of time because of like how all of it comes together in such a beautiful way.
I think
And
that's a phenomenal like
thank
button
you.
to put on it.
Yeah,
It's
and
fucking great.
I just
wall of sound.
no hate to Lord, but
Yeah.
she's had better tracks.
Well, I will say the other Tears for Fears one that has had that same treatment,
Yeah, is Mad World.
Mad World,
Totally.
and like the Donnie Darko
Yes.
fame of it all.
Yeah.
from that record is like, I mean, it's almost like what happened with Shrek and the fucking song from Shrek.
Which-
Hallelujah. Yeah.
Hallelujah being
Yeah.
like there's like a certain generation that's like our generation that is like our definitive version's not the Jeff Buckley version.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it is the Shrek version.
Yeah,
without a doubt. And I think Mad World had the same thing.
Totally.
Where like when I think of Mad World, it's the sad piano ballad
Yes.
version. But I actually completely agree with you that it almost feels like the easy way out.
Yeah.
With something like that.
I think, and it's with Mad World, the original version is so interesting. It's like so chaotic.
Yeah.
But it is also, you're like, this is a bop. Like, this
Yeah.
is really good. And then, but I think Mad World especially has really been taken by it's slower,
That cover,
darker.
yeah.
Yeah. That is really overtook that.
And in
one.
the same way, like that, film is for shot A plus shot B equals thought C. I will say music as a medium to me is really very much about that like lack of a binary when it comes to like, is this a happy song or a sad song? I think it's such a waste of time to make something that is like, this is a happy song, and then it's
Yeah.
gonna sound happy.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the happy thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a sad song
Because
that
I'm
sounds sad.
happy.
We're gonna do sad.
Clap along if you feel
I
like
think,
a room without
I
a
think it's
roof.
just that song. Hey, it's well made. But
I like that
it's
song.
well executed. It's really well
I
executed.
never think about it, but when I
But
do, I go,
it's a well
I go,
executed
"Oh,
song."
yeah."
Pharrell's good at what he does.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I just think that like the medium itself is more suited to something like the medium of music.
Yeah.
Is better utilized when you're doing something like Tears for Fears, Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah.
And for that reason and so many other reasons,
reasons.
that's the best song ever, greatest song of
Of
all
all
time.
time.
That's what they call it. That's what they say about it.
Graham, you should do it this time.
Oh man. All right, so we're gonna play rock paper scissors.
Okay, let's
You son of a bitch! You son of a
He
bitch!
loves to do like a long meandering intro for it.
Yeah.
It's.
Um,
I didn't get like the last like 2 that we did this for. I didn't get like a single laugh.
Yeah.
For my intro, and it like hurt a little bit, but it was I tried really hard. And that's
How
that's what
does it
counts.
feel that on my one time doing it, I
hurt.
got a laugh that is bigger than all of the laughs you've had combined?
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it at all.
I probably would have laughed.
Yeah, I know you would've.
You know,
I'm
it's an,
very generous.
it's an audio medium, so it's an audio medium. We want to take it to the highest full extent. So we end with the game of rock paper scissors. You get to choose one of us to challenge. You win nothing unless you want to win something.
In which case, you can win something.
You can establish your own set of stakes if you so choose. And yeah,
I don't
best
think
of
I need
one.
to win anything today.
Great.
Because
Nice.
I
You've
was
already won.
I
The
won
victory
today
is being here.
by being on here.
Man, I love
Yeah,
your
that's
shoes,
really
by the
nice.
way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can play for my shoes.
Yeah, let's pay for your shoes.
Yeah, the
We'll
Croc
trade
slides.
shoes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we can do a shoe swap. Graham, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
give him hell.
Love it.
Thank
Give 'em
God.
hell.
I've been, and it's all been building to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may never talk. to you
First
again.
day of college, we set eyes on each other, and I went. I've shot forward to this moment.
we will battle.
Yeah.
Okay.
good.
Are we doing rock paper scissors shoot?
Rock paper scissors shoot. On shoot is
Okay.
when you shoot.
Okay. I'm so scared.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's stretch.
Yeah.
Okay. Rock paper scissors shoot. I've never seen that in my whole life.
draw.
Okay. Rock paper scissors shoot.
I've been
Damn.
dethroned. My
2 for
reign
2
is
today.
king.
Electric stuff.
Two for
Yeah.
2.
I'm on a roll, baby.
Yeah.
I got to bring this into softball next
Do
week.
you have your records?